That lad there, who slapped them, is my best friend. I've been best friends with him since Holly. I've been best friends with him since
It's ridiculously 4 minutes, but it's not. Well, they don't look like they are at the moment. I think they look like they do, but yeah, I mean, so I'm going to wait to go on until we play it. North East teams do, they are really well supported wise. Hello and welcome here to Consett AFC for this match between Consett and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm Adam Allcroft here to provide your live commentary for the evening here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. Thank you everyone for joining us on this quite chilly evening in the northeast today. So they usually say that iron sharpens iron, but today we'll have to see if steel sharpens steel. Both Consett and Stocksbridge are famous for their steel industry over the decades. But this is the first time that the two sides have ever faced. Consett have usually been a Northern League side until their promotion last year, whereas Stocksbridge Park Steels obviously been in the Northern Premier League for over 25 years now. We should be getting kick-off in any minute. The players just currently in the changing rooms waiting. I can see the tunnel is stretched out here ahead of the AstroTurf pitch here at Consett. It will be very interesting. Stocksbridge traditionally have struggled on the AstroTurf surface over the years. I think since I've been around it, we've actually won on one. And Tuesday nights have not been particularly great for Stocksbridge either, yet to win in 90 minutes this week. Then again, in Stocksbridge's favour, Consett have struggled for form. They haven't won in over a month and a half now. So after a great start to the season where it looked like they, like many other Northern League teams, as the teams, are they coming out now? Sorry, I'm on a very low down view here today. So Consett have struggled. They started off really well, looking like they're going to be one of these Northern League teams that just burst through and just stay a season here before they go to step 3, but have recently struggled as mayhaps the league has caught up with them a bit, as can happen to promoted teams. So now we wait for see if Consett can get back to form, or if Stocksbridge can finally shake this Tuesday night hoodoo. It has been a long coach journey up. We've had a bit of traffic on the way as well, especially around Tankersley Way. And obviously it's interesting to see the challenges. What a Tuesday night coach journey after, obviously for our lads, they've worked all today. Need to then get on a coach for 2 hours to come here. So actually I think it felt more like 2.5 hours really at a time. So an interesting challenge for the Seals to overcome today. We've already had one coach journey to the North East in the FA Cup against Ashington, when we would end up unfortunately losing 3-0 and going out to the FA Cup. It was a fantastic run in that tournament that unfortunately ended that way. So I am now going to spill for time because we are 2 minutes beyond quarter-2, and I imagine we might, while it's not been announced, we may be having a bit of a delay start because of Stocksbridge's delayed entry to the ground because of the various traffic. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to babble on for a bit longer. Hopefully you're all having a good time. I can see that James Turner's in the comments, and I'm all okay, James, and I can see Ashton is in the comments. Come on, Steel. So do feel free to contribute on the comment section in as much as you can. It does help me out because fortunately I don't have many other non-league games to tell you about tonight, because the only other game, as this was a reorganised FA Cup fixture because of Stocksbridge's getting into the third qualifying round, that was that match against Ashington. The match was obviously then rearranged. The only other team that got to that stage from our league was Worksop Town, and they are also in the North East tonight over at Shildon. That's the only other game in the Northern Premier League East this evening. We are still waiting for the teams to come out here. It is quite a delayed start at the moment to this game, because by the time we get all the pre-match things done, it might well be 5-2. So hopefully we are all ready for this one. It is going to be an interesting one with two teams that maybe have not done the best in recent times in the last couple of weeks. Stocksbridge have been a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side, to say the least. Thank you, Grumpy Old Man. Yeah, hopefully you sound a lot better. Hopefully this will all sound good today. Hope we don't have any children today in front of me going to be slamming their seats about as they jump up and down every 5 minutes. So yeah, Stocksbridge have been a proper Jekyll and Hyde side coming into this. The side that has beaten Dunstan, who are having a fantastic season so far, and beaten Cleethorpes, another team that weirdly sat the managers despite them doing very, very well. And here do come the teams now as Stocksbridge and Consett lead themselves out onto the ground today. And the music plays as well. Curtis Turner leading the team out today. So we will get the teams ready for you in a second for those that are just listening. Do remember that if you're watching on the YouTube, you can just look at our graphic on the screen and see what the teams are. We do update that live with any substitutions. So the teams for Stocksbridge Park Steels: Harrison Davison Hale in goal, then Bailey Baker comes in for Zach Reynolds, and it's Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, Charlie Oglesby. Elliot Murray returns to the first team after his injuries. He did have a return in the cup against Swallowness. Curtis Turner, the vice-captain today. Lee Whelan, who was sent off on Saturday, he will have his reprieve today before he serves his suspension next time out. Thomas Poole, Lewis McCaskill, and Ifia Fabu. So the team for Consett is as follows. It's Ross Coombe in goal, then it's Calvin Smith, Evan Horwood, Lewis Green, Arjun Puyowal, Daniel Capewell, Cyril Gerard, Jake Orell, Zach Atkinson, Declan Bissett, and then Colin Larkin. I will get the bench for the Steels in a moment. It's just it's not on my sheet. I haven't got a team sheet in front of me as I would normally do. Only a 4-man bench for Stocksbridge today. It's Keegan Townrow, Alex O'Connor, Keenan Mackenzie-Ray, and Luca DeFalco. The bench for the bench for Consett today is Ben Milburn, Mark Foden, Kieran Haplin, Adam Mitchell, and Scott Fenwick. My previous co-commentator John Lemon just in the stand, not too far down from me. He's declined to because he's with his family. I didn't recognise it. Even though we did have a compliment from one of our fans on the coach about the commentary when Jordan and Ross were doing it last week. So just asking that so you can actually hear it, because unfortunately usually the whole stand can hear me, and that's usually when I get lots of glares from the Consett fan base for my usual set of biased commentary. So the music is off, and we should be about to kick off here, just a few minutes late for this one. Oh, lads! For this first time clash between two famous steel-making towns. As I realise that Consett have silver numbers on white. And Consett have now kicked it off. So Consett kicking off in the white shirts, white shorts and white socks from left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the home kit of a yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks kicking from right to left. It's currently in the Consett defence as they look to pass it round, and before Coombe has just sent it long looking for the left wing, and some passing in their defence now, but they are forced to get it back to the goalkeeper after Thomas Poole's putting some pressure on, and he'll clear it out quickly there, looking for the right hand side in my bit of a blind spot here today. It's quite a low down commentary position unfortunately for me today, so I may struggle when it's on that sort of wing, but Consett now trying to get it down the left wing, but they've lost control of the arch. They give the throw-in back away to the Steels. So here comes the throwing in, but they're going to immediately back to Consett now, and they're going to look to get the ball forward, but it's hooked away by Elliot Murray in his first action of his return to league football. Well, starting league football, as Thomas Poole now trying to chase down the right wing, harassing the defender, but they do get it back to Coombe now. Going to get it now to the right wing for Cyril Sherrard. And he's going to try and get it forward in my blind spot, but it's been blocked out by Stocksbridge, and it's a throw in to the home side here. Cyril Gerard being one of the few Frenchmen in the Northern Premier League Ales, formerly of Châteauroux in the 3rd Division. As Consett will have this throw in, and they throw it inwards, chested down here, back into that blind spot where the benches are. And it's just going to be passed back in the defence. Consett very happy to play around, but they've passed the ball back into Stocksbridge's hand here, and it's down the right-hand side where Baker's on the overlap. Baker here, going to put a very lofted ball in, looking for that far post, headed away by Consett though, only to Ifeafe, who's looking to control it. Sorry, I mean, my sight lines are well blocked here on this left-hand side. The ball's going to be played in, and completely can't see anything that's happening because a load of people are standing in the areas they're not meant to stand. So hopefully your day's all right. Hopefully that might go in, but I think Consett have actually built it away, and they have done. And it's going to go on the left-hand side here. On the left, as Consett continue down, little step over there, and it gives it to the other man here as they look to flip it here. They get it to Jake Orell, the leading scorer for Consett. It's a great ball here to Cyril Girard on the right-hand side. Cross is poorly done, and at the near post, Harrison Davison-Hale will claim it. It is away in the green goalkeeper's kit today, Harrison Davison-Hale, which is a different side. Hopefully you'll have some good luck in it today. So, currently getting knocked down, headed on by Poole. They're going to be tracked down here on the left wing by McCaskill, who's trying to evade his man. He eventually does go down, and he earns a free kick about 5 yards within the half. Hello, Ross. Thank you for listening. In one of my usual co-commentators there, well, one time, in the comments there. And hello to your granddad as well, in case he's listening. So Poole's going to have his free kick from deep. I say, can only apologise right now. My sight of the box Stocksbridge is attacking is incredibly poor. It's actually been cleared a bit, thank you to the gentleman. As Paul just tried the effort there, and the keeper's had to be quick onto that wear, and Ross Coombe, though, is able to deal with it. And Consett have it ball back at the left back, and they're looking for the ball forward. Elliot Murray is able to head it out, though. So it's going to be tricky for me to identify some of the Consett players today. The numbers on the back of the shirt, it's a silver and white, which with the lights is quite tricky, to say the least. And this is why the commentators have the campaign for contrasting colours, because it does make life a bit more difficult. Consett have just put the ball in the box. They try to head it towards goal. It's going to get free goal kick. If that is the thing, I can just make it up, because no one at home knows who's on the ball. As long as I get the goal scorer right and it says it, it's fine. I'm just going to say Jake Orell has the ball most of the time, because from what I've been looking at Consett, he usually does. So, here comes Davison-Hale's ball forward, sending it long, going to be headed away though by Pual, and now it's on to the left-hand side for Evan Horwood, the veteran former EFL talent. Out here, it's in the midfield now for Consett. They are trying to play football, quite nice football. Consett, they try and do it the proper way, which you have to give them credit for, as they get it to Girard now, who has control, but he is forced backwards there into the blind spot of the benches, but they play it centrally, and Stocksbridge are trying to press now to see if they can make the most, and that press has got it back to Baker now. Langton forced backwards, gives it all the way back to Davison Hale, and he's going to be closed down, but Davison Hale gets the quick ball forward. Thomas Poole in an offside position, but Lewis McCaskill's going to try and nip in before Coombe boots that away. And actually, that's a fantastic ball onto the left wing here for Consett. Going to cut in, take the shot, and Davison Hale has to touch it over the bar. Ross Coombe there with him. You sometimes describe long balls like Route 1 style as quite as a derogatory manner, but that is what you call a fantastic long ball that found its man. I think it was Colin Larkin, the veteran, that was collected on the left side. Cuts inside, takes a shot. Davison Hale is able to palm it over. It's good keeping from the goalkeeper as well. One of the last two ever presents in the Steels side. So it's going to be a corner kick to Consett. It's going to be the first corner of the game, and we are 6 minutes into this match. Still 0-0 here. Ball going in, it's looking for the far post, and it's just over everyone's head. I think he did get a bit off one of the Consett men, but it's going to be back to be a goal kick. Hello to Stay, who's part of the Connie Army. We do love seeing the opposition fans in listening to our commentary as well. Do be warned, we are very biased. So you're probably not going to like it if we score today, because it's going to be very... I know, having listened to biased commentary myself, it really does hurt. Anyway, sent long here from Davison Hale. Going to be headed up back away though to Girard, and he's going to try and control it. He flicks it on, looking for Atkinson, but Murray's able to clear it, but he bounces off back to Baker, who clears it forward, and so he's with Tinker now, and Tinker's going to try and take it forward, but he gets a bit of a shove in the back, but he loses the ball. Thanks to that, it's going to go back to Calvin Smith, and eventually it's played across to the centre defence with Capewell now. He gets it on to Horwood and patches it back, and so Consett do, from what we can see in these early moments, they are very, very comfortable on the ball. Happy to pass it around, but this is allowed Stocksbridge just to nip in there. Thomas Poole being busy, and he's going to carry the ball forward now, looking for the inside, gets it through here to McCaskill. McCaskill's trying to get into the box, takes a shot, and it flashes just wide of the far post, and that's the sort of busy activity you'll expect from Lewis McCaskill. Had one of his quieter games against Grimsby on the weekend, but will be a constant nuisance for any full-back has to deal with him. It's a great challenge for McCaskill. Now he is starting, he's trying to make that his busy work rate last for the full 90 minutes. It's one thing coming on for the last 20 and just being a fly around the defence, just constantly having to be dealt with. But it's one thing having to make it last for 90 minutes, especially with your fitness, especially when you come from the step 7 of the game, previously at Claycross Town in the Central Midlands. Now it's going to be sent long by Coombs, looking for the left-hand side, and it's going to bounce over everyone's head before it goes back to Baker, who clears it long. Headed back, though, by Consett. Tried to be hooked in midfield there by Whelan, but instead it's going to go back to Davison Hale now. Davison Hale going to send that one long. He is looking for the run of McCaskill, but comfortably dealt with a header. Back here to Whelan now. He's going to try and send it down the right-hand side where Fabu is. Fabu trying to beat his man as he tries to cut inside. Fabu going to take the short pass into the box, pass it back to the edge of the area. I don't think they were aware of that. It's going to go back to the right where Fabu is. Fabu's got some time and space, and he's going to put the ball. It's a dangerous looking one, but Coombe claims it, bounces the ball a few times as well. And now it's going to be the quick counter here from Consett. Cyril Girard cuts inside, trying to get the beating of Tinker, takes the short pass, some lovely passing there, gets it onto the left-hand side now for Larkin. Larkin's going to try and get to the corner flag, forced backwards, gets it all the way back into the central midfield now. Stocksbridge pressing them out at the moment, currently with Lewis Green. Now back with Larkin, left-hand side, he's going to put the diagonal cross in. Davison Hale claims it well though. Very lively early start to the game, both sides showing plenty of attacking intent so far. 9 minutes gone though, and it is 0-0 here. Back with Harrison Davison Hale now. We'll send it long, but no one's going to challenge it for Stocksbridge. It's been headed backwards actually by Consett though. It's been dealt. Coombs going to collect it fairly comfortably. And it's going to go onto the left-hand side for Consett now. They are very happy to pass it round, but it has actually made them come a couple of times in this game, as Stocksbridge have been pressing a bit more than they normally would, as Consett earn a throw-in down the right-hand side. Going to be thrown down the line here. Oglesby trying to control it away from Atkinson, and he does. It's booted away. Poole's going to try and chase that down, but is going to comfortably go back to Coombe. Gets it onto that left-hand side. Coombe's distribution is absolutely fantastic, I do have to say. He's been battling for that number 1 shirt over there. As that dino ball headed away by Oglesby. Langton, who back in central midfield today, passes it back to Baker, filling in for Zach Reynolds, not in the squad today. Presumably, unfortunately, the long trip means he's not able to do it. As the ball goes back to Baker, and he's going to send it long here. Thomas Poole's going to try and get on the end of it. McCaskill's there as well, but it's well onto it by Consett, who are able to head it back. Yeah, Pual with that header, reading the long ball very well. Going to be back in central defence to Horwood now, and back with Pual, who's going to again look for Cyril Girard here. And that ball here, he actually controls really well, but just can't do enough to keep it well. I was just fearing a bit for my life as that ball was coming straight for me, it seemed like, which I think a few of the Stocksbridge players would do deliberately at times, but not one of the Consett players. With Tinker now is going to take the long throw down the pitch, and it's going to be headed right back here to the number 10, Declan Bissett, but he loses the ball. Turner gets onto it. Now to Ifya Fabu, who's trying to beat his man. Does a little step over to get away. Back with Langton, who takes the short one to Baker. Baker's going to take it forward. Baker going to cut backward. Now get it back to Langton here, and Langton gets it onto that right-hand side. Back with Langton. Lovely football from Stocksbridge. Short pass here. Tries to get back to McCaskill, taking the touch, but well in Consett. Cuts out the great passing from Stocksbridge there. And now they're going to try and get their counter-attack on, but that's been cut out by Curtis Turner. And Curtis Turner going to now take it forward. And back with Ifya Fabu, who's kind of dropped into sort of a left-back role, as he's going to head down the left-hand side into my blind spot here. And I've just seen the ball go into the air, and it looked like it went out, but it's obviously still in, because I've not heard the ref lines go up. And it's McCaskill's taking it onto a side I can actually see, so thank you, Lewis. And he's going to try and slip it to Bailey Baker on the right-hand side. Bailey Baker with some space, but he's been closed down quickly. Forced to pass it back to Langton. And his back pass is being cut out here. And now it's Zach Atkinson who's trying to get the counter, but Elliot Murray has saved his skin there with a great challenge. Consett have just tried a long-distance shot, but Harrison Davison thankfully will deal with those all day. I'd be worried if he couldn't. So 12 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 0-0 between Consett and Stocksbridge Park Steels, as Harrison Davison send that long look for Ifya Fabu, but going to be headed away there by Smith, but only back to Turner, who is knocked it to Baker on the right-hand side. Baker is going to carry on going forward with it. He's going to clip the diagonal ball in, but it's just going to be claimed well by Coombe. Coombe does drop it, goes in the back of the net, but the foul's being given. I would have been very surprised if that one had been allowed to stand there. Actually, well, it was Lee Whelan there who had actually gone in there and fouled the goalkeeper there. And well, you can't blame Lee Whelan for continuing with it in case the referee had made how. We've seen a few of those at non-league level. Just think of Worksop Town's. Well, just that got the Worksop Town ghost goal, and so no reason not to try and continue it. But yeah, definitely was a foul, and there's not even an argument with it. There weren't even any sarcastic cheers from any of the Stocksbridge fans here. And there are actually quite a bunch of them here who've made the long trip to the northeast. And here comes Consett on the left-hand side. They just need a quality ball, but it's behind Averon, and Tinker is able to clear it. Poole's headed it sideways, but it's only going to go back to the central defence of Consett. You go into the midfield here as Green spreads it onto the left-hand side. He's going to try and get it forward, and it has gone slip forward here. Consett have the chance. It's gone through to Atkinson. He controls it. Shoot! What a corner! Consett take the lead. It's been a 50-50 game where both teams have done fairly well, but the Stocksbridge defence has fallen asleep there. Legs still tired from the coach, and Zach Atkinson, even with the poor touch there he took initially, was able to finish, and Consett have the lead after just 14 minutes. The Steels now have a fight back they'll need to do if they want to get a result here.
Goal for Consett, scored by number 9, Zach Atkinson.
Disappointing goal to see for Stocksbridge, who were well in and looking quite good in this game. But unfortunately, they fell asleep, and Consett took advantage. Even with a poor touch of Zach Atkinson wasn't capitalised on, and now Stocksbridge are behind, and they have to fight back if they want the result. Long ball goes forward from the Steels, headed away, trying to keep the ball in that attacking area, but Consett do have the ball back here, and they're going to get it onto the left-hand side, and they've evaded the challenge very well there, and they're going to look for Cyril Girard on the right-hand side, and he's going to misjudge that, but he does keep it in well there, Girard. And he goes back to him now from Calvin Smith, and he's going to be robbed of the ball. Now Tinker's going to press forward. Tinker's going to get it onto the left-hand side for the Steels, and the Steels trying to get on the counter-attack. Cuts inside now. Poole gives a short pass to Langton. The chance of the counter's gone now. They've slowed the play down, the Steels. Back on the left-hand side now. Trying to get the ball back in, but I can't see what's going on because of the amount of people that's in front of me. And it's going to be looking like, I think it's a goal kick it's been going to be as. So Stockbridge can't make the most of that attack there. So Stockbridge do need a big fight back now if they want to do it. They are now losing 1-0 here at Consett in the very first game between these two sides. Goes along here to Zach Atkinson, the goal scorer. Knocks the ball away from him and avoids the challenge, and Bissett's trying to carry the ball away. It goes back to the midfield to Lewis Green, who is going to look to find Girard on this right-hand side, and he misses the touch there. Tinker robs him. Tinker's not controlled it though, and it could go out, but Tinker knocks it off Girard and gone through to Whelan, now to Ifya Fabu, who is going to get the ball cross-field, looking for Lewis McCaskill, but Horwood's read it really well, and he's going to take his time before putting it here to Smith. Smith puts it forward, it's Girard now. Girard going to pass it now back to Smith as into that blind spot. Whelan trying to harass a bit, but it's still with Consett as they're happy to pass it about, even more so now they are in the lead in this game. And they're cut inside now, going to pass it back now as Consett patiently take the time as they try the crossfield looking for Girard. So it could be a good ball, but it's just a bit too long for him. It's going to go out for the goal kick here. 17 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-0 to Consett so far as they look to end there. They're bad run of form.
3-3-5. Number 3-3-5 for the money draw.
Stocksbridge
from behind the bar.
Stocksbridge do need to get back the win to take advantage of some of the games in hand that they have. Send the ball long, headed away by Consett, only for Langton to head it right back though. So it looks like Stocksbridge are in the attack in my blind spot, but then Consett have it now, and it's with Horwood on that left-hand side. Goes here too. It's just been passed wrong amongst their defence here. Stocksbridge are trying to press, but they just a bit too late for it, and they do send it forward now onto that left wing, being forced backwards now, and Consett looking to build on that left-hand side. The goal did come from that left-hand side, and Larkins burst through a couple of players, does slow it down and pass it back though. And now they found the overlap here, but again he slows it down to Consett, and that pass looks a bit loose, and that's Poole going to get onto it. And Poole's going to try and find Ifya Fabu on the run. He does find him. Ifya Fabu is going to run down this left-hand side. Ifya Fabu moves into the blind spot, and no idea what the hell's going on now. Ow. Ball's going in, it's a shot, and it's just over the bar. I think it was Ifya Fabu. I'm going to presume he took the shot there. Yeah. So it's going to go back for a goal kick here. Yeah, we wait for Kuhn to take this goal kick. Was Ifya Fabu who took that shot, just got confirmed by the Twitter, which is handy.
Need to get some orange boxes in here, don't they?
So back.
I've probably gone through one.
So back here into the defence for Consett. Back with Kuhn now, who's going to take his time. And Stocksbridge are going to try and bring the press on here as they kept trying to pen Consett back, but obviously a plan to try and press them a bit high up the field today. We saw it a lot in pre-season, but not as much in the regular season. But Consett have broke that press, and they're going to give it to Girard on the right-hand side. Girard's going to cut inside. Tinker's trying to follow him. Girard's going to take the shot, but it's just going to trail wide. Jackson Hale was following all the time there. So in a local fixture, Parkgate are losing 1-0 to Brigtown, and that's definitely been caught by the commentary. I'm sure it has been. Jesus. That's a total. I hope you didn't hear that. We've had a bit of let's just say it's gas and leave it at that from some of the Consett fans around me. Tinker's just on the ball now. He's had a bit of a shove in the back, but it's going to be a throw to the Steels. Throw goes in. It's in that blind spot here. That's been blocked by some of the fans who would take that side. But it has now gone to Whelan, who turns well out of a challenge. Back into the blind spot. Poole trying to break through a few defence. And it's trying now with Turner. Turner's trying to the overlap, a little lofted ball. Can it be kept in? No, it's too Murphy. It's going to be a goal kick. Stocksbridge's final pass is lacking, just like it was a bit on Saturday against Grimsby Borough. So back for Coombe to take as the goal kick. We are now hit the 20-minute mark. It is 1-0 to Consett. A goal from Zach Atkinson. And it was a well-done finish after his initial touch was poor. I was surprised none of the Steel players could take advantage of that, but unfortunately they couldn't. And Zach Atkinson, who is an established player at this level, even though he's fairly new to Consett, was able to get the goal. Back here for Oglesby, who's going to send it long here. And Stocksbridge trying to get onto that, but I think it's going to just trail out for a goal kick. At the very least, it's Consett on the ball. Ball goes to the left-hand side, goes to Horwood, who's going to again send it long. And this Consett attack is fairly quick, but Murray is able to knock it to the right-hand side, and now it's with Langton, who turns. Going to head sideways, Langton. Langton continues to go sideways, tries to get it forward to Ifeafabu. He does have it. Ifeafabu is going to have a bit of pressure on him, and he does lots of boo. Ifeafabu not happy, he wants the foul, but not given. Langton immediately comes in with a tackle. Now gets it to Turner. Turner's going to put it onto the right-hand side for Baker. Baker's going to get it back now to Whelan, who has been tackled, and now Concett's going to press, but the touch is a bit heavy there, and it's going to go out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Bit of a getaway moment there for the Steels. Still 1-0 though to the home side now. Back for Harrison, Davison, Hale. Yeah. Goes long, the goalkeeper, looking for Poole, but headed up into the air and headed up by Giroud again now. McCaskill's trying to get control of it on the ground. He does, but that's when Consett get the tackle in. McCaskill's gone back to get it, gives it back to Oglesby, who is looking, he's being pressured. Oglesby's going to have to send it long quickly, and he does, but that is just going to go back to Coombe. And both teams are pressing and pressing well, but and it is stopping the Steels being able to build from the back as they might want to. Back with the defence now for Consett, who they tried to slip it through here to Zach Atkinson, who's on the right wing. Right. And he's found his overlapping man here. Yeah, puts the ball in there, but it's to Anonymity and Baker. He has to head it out for the corner kick there. Capewell there with the overlapping run, and in the end where Baker didn't really look comfortable with it, and he just heads it out, and it's a corner to Consett. It's 22 minutes gone. Well, Consett now have the chance to go double the lead from this set piece. The first corner wasn't particularly great though, it went straight out to play. Hopefully more of the same there from the home side. You don't actually send too many people forward. There's actually 4 men out the box at the moment, which is surprising. Everyone's camped in the 60-yard box, which is obviously to try and stop Davison Hale from doing it. So I imagine we might see a late running. We don't. Going to be headed up into the air by Stocksbridge, and it's going to be another corner kick for Consett.
Keep the pressure on, lads. Come on.
Well, yeah, it does seem like the Concett's tactic is keep everyone crammed in the 6-yard box. So actually this time they have pulled a few players out. We've got, as I say that, they go right back into the 6-yard box as if they can hear me and making me look like a fool. Here it comes. Here comes the corner, and outswinger looking into. Harrison Desnell does get the punch onto it. It's not gone out the box yet, but that's Baker there who does get the clearance onto it. Back for Consett. If Ifeafabu comes in and gets the tackle in, and it is going to be a throw in there. Larkin with a throw in, gets it down the right hand side quickly to Girard. Girard's trying to get to the byline, being harassed by 2 Stocksbridge players at the moment. He gets it past the first one, and he gets fouled there, which was a bit of a pointless foul there because Tinker was right there to try and defend it. So it's going to be a free kick here for Consett, very close to the corner flag. These do tend to be quite dangerous set pieces to deal with. We've seen Stockbridge score a few from set pieces like this earlier this season. So now it'll be a dangerous to go. So Consett here have got thrown a few men forward. There's what a one-man steals wall as the referee is having a bit of talking to Bailey Baker.
He's got me the worst commentator to tell you around the
Not you.
Oh,
You're better than Andy.
here comes free kick, goes in, going looking for the far post and headed away by the Steels. Well, but Angry cleared away as well from the right wing, but Consett back on, and Consett going to go immediately, but the big boot away from Curtis Turner, and Ifeafabu's going to chase it, shoves off his man. Ifeafabu needs to turn and go past. He's looking to get past him, and Ifeafabu's going to go in the box. Can he get the finish off? He does, and it's in the back of the net. Ifeafabu has equalised for the Steels, and it's all down to his strength and his pace from Ifeafabu with his third goal for Stocksbridge Park Steels. It's a long ball forward. He pushes his man off. Consett may think there might have been a foul there in the build-up, but with that he was able to get his pace off, and he has got the equaliser here. It is 1-1 here at Consett. A fantastic equaliser for Ifeafabu, who has been a fantastic signing since coming to the club about a month ago from Ossett United.
Equalising goal for Stocksbridge, scored by number 11.
Ifeafabu. It's Ifeafabu. Unfortunately, I think a few of our announcers do struggle sometimes with Iffy's name. As a hint for anyone who's listening, it is a silent G. That's my tip for any other announcers who may be listening. So it's 1-1 here now, thanks to Ifeafabu's equaliser. And it's actually come after Consett have had probably their best period of the game after that goal. But Consett immediately get on the run, and it's gone through to Atkinson here, who gets a turn, gets it to Girard on the right-hand side. Girard looks to cut inside, but his foot can't. Here comes across from the number 2, but it's going to be headed away. But still Consett on the ball. Get it sideways, well blocked, and now Baker's just going to clear that as far as he possibly can. And it's going to go onto that left-hand side here. Yeah. Just see some comments. Ross Goodwin going, saying, get in there, the bull. As well as Ashton going, yeah, well done, Steele. Thank you for your comments. Do feel free to comment. Are grateful for all of our listeners here tonight, as we're in a very chilly Consett, though. In the northeast, I believe they call this a warm summer's day. Right, so it goes to the right-hand side for Consett. Here, and I think Stocks may have the ball because it's going forward, but it's in my blind spot, so I can't actually see. Here, it did go across the box here, but Consett have intercepted, and they're going to try and build this away. Hey, currently we passed alongside defence. But so there is just a blind spot that's been caused by my low position, and the fact quite a few of the fans, by the way, are able to stand there, but some by the bench means I can't actually see that well into that box area. I think it's back with Ross Cooper at the moment. It is. He's just sent it to the left-hand side of Hallwood, who takes the first touch pass into midfield and sends it back into defence here, and Stocksbridge are happy with them keeping it in defence for now. The press hasn't been triggered as of yet for the Steels. We've seen a bit more of it than we have in other games, and they've sent the pass forward now to Giro, who's in central midfield here. He's going to try and beat his man, and he has been hacked down there by Elliot Murray, and I'll actually be a bit surprised there if Elliot Murray gets away without a booking. And I think he actually might get away without the booking. I think he's only getting away with that right now because it's that early in the game. Not even that early in the game, just surprised he's getting away with it. So it's 28 minutes gone. It's 1-1 between Consett and Stocksbridge Park Steels, and Consett currently pushing to try and retake the lead at the moment. It's on the right-hand side here for the home side, as it's currently with their midfielders at the moment. Sorry, struggle for any latecomers as the ball just almost get through. Elliot Murray's got nipped in well there, and Tinker is going to clear it up. But Consett put it right back in there, the long ball. Baker gets a header out. Turner's going to head it on. Langton's trying to get onto it, but it's going to be fought in the midfield, and it goes right to Whelan. Whelan's trying to get the ball onto the right-hand side, but it's a bit too far. But he's gone now back to McCaskill, who's collecting. He's trying to get it for feet, but Consett have managed to hack the ball away now, and it's into their midfield. And it's with Catewell. McCaskill is still down. He must have clipped his foot a bit there, but he has got back to his feet, thankfully. He's now in the left-hand side for Consett, who are trying the cross-field ball looking there, but Oglesby will head it away. Now Whelan's going to do it. Knocked it over there to Poole. Can Poole keep control of it? He does. He is forced backwards a bit, though. Gets to Baker on the right-hand side. Now back to Poole here, who's going to get it back to Baker. Baker been quite instrumental in some of the attacks so far, but his pass forward looking for McCaskill has been intercepted. It's good. And they're going to send a long ball forward looking for Atkinson here, but has been covered by Murray, but Murray's touch has been robbed by Atkinson, and now Consett trying to get on the attack, but Consett haven't really brought the numbers up there, and they've been forced backwards now. As they're happy to just slowly build their attacks at the moment as it comes out here onto the right-hand side. Now here with Calvin Smith, one of the long-term players for Consett. He tries the ball, but it's not a great one, as Baker is able to head that out with ease. McCaskill's managed to win that ball. McCaskill's going to try and get the counter-attack here. McCaskill on the right-hand side, trying to get the beating of his man. And here, he's still carrying it. He's in a very good position now on the right-hand side, still trying to get into the box. Can he? But no, I think at the very last moment, Hall was able to rob it, and I think he's earned the foul off McCaskill there as well, which is... That's what you get when you have a young winger against a very wily veteran defender like Horwood, who has been used to many talented wingers in his time facing up with him. There has been a goal in the Northern Premier League East. It's a bit of a surprise as well. Shildon have taken the lead against Worksop Town. So Shildon, who were going to be bottom of the table before, as a result, stood, are now moving up into 18th, while Worksop, who would have gone into the playoffs with a win, are losing 1-0. The Worksop here still reeling from that ghost goal on Saturday, where if you didn't see the clip, in their FA Trophy match against Leaked Town, that Jay Rollins in the first minute had a shot, appeared to cross the line but hit the wheel inside the goal because it's an on-AstroTurf pitch and bounced out, and the referee did not give it. Just to let you know, there are wheels on the pitches here, but they are on the outside of the goal, so it hopefully shouldn't happen here. And that's where I'm really hoping commentator's curse doesn't apply. At least for Stocksbridge. If it happens to Consett, not going to matter for me. There's Consett fans around me, you might be able to tell. Currently on the left-hand side for Consett, as they're trying to build it on the left-hand side at the moment, but that pass was poor, and it has given Steels the throw in here. Throwing it back now to Baker, who sliced his clearance there. And it's just going to go into the midfield, being collected there. And they're going to try and get the overlap here. Zach Atkinson, the instrumental, but well cut out. And Murray's going to try and send one down the right wing, but it's to no one in particular. That's just giving it back to Coombe there, really. He's going to get short now and get it back in that centre defence. Again, they're very happy to pass the ball in the centre of defence. It's quite refreshing to see on a non-league side. And Girard, we have a lovely bit of trickery. That gets it to Zach Atkinson, who with a bit of trickery escapes a challenge as well. It's a stylish Consett side as well. But yeah, they have been forced backwards by the Stocksbridge pressure, which is what Ian Richards will be pleased about at the moment, and it is currently in the centre of defence here. Back on the left-hand side now, and there's Consett look to build, and they're looking to try and get it onto the right wing there, but well read by Tinker, who heads it away. Ifeafabu has read the ball really well, and he's going to be knocked away from him for Turner, who does earn an advantage with that foul on Ifeafabu. It's on the blind spot now, and the ball's gone in, and it's going to be cleared there, but still with Stocksbridge on the edge of the area, goes back here to Turner, trying to find the space, spreads it out to left to Ifeafabu, now onto the left wing, into the blind spot. Anything might be happening here, waiting to see that ball again at some point, hopefully into the box. It is going to go into the box, it's going to, missed the header, and cleared by Consett. So some good pressure from Stocksbridge there, who do look quite dangerous on the arm to go forward. And that poor pass has just given it back to Curtis Turner, who has tried to cross the field ball, but too much to the annoyance of Jordan Lemon down there. He just tries the initial pass, and it's going to go back to Consett now. So we are 33 minutes into this game. It is 1-1 between Consett and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Goal for Zach. And Consett, he may have broke the offside trap there. He did look close to the lines, but he's going to turn Baker inside out, takes a shot, but it's aimed at the near post, and Dixonell gets it. I think that was Colin Larkin there with some impressive trickery there, a man who put off his retirement here to spend the season with Consett after their promotion to the Northern Premier League last year. Davison Hale will send it long. Ifeafabu looks to win the header, but it's been headed sideways by Consett. We're looking to keep it in here, and it's in that blind spot for me right now. I think it's back in the Consett defence. Trying to just use my psychic abilities to tell at the moment, as the ball's just being played forward and Murray's able to head it out, but headed right back by Consett. A lot of head tennis, and before Murray's just able to put a good boot on it. And that is something I think Stockbridge missed with Murray out, is that he's coming out, and that's a slice clearance from Consett. and it's been sliced again, and Langton tried to run onto it, but then he got to McCaskill, who has handballed it in while controlling it. I think the fact he gave it immediately away to Consett is what stopped the foul being given it, because I did have his whistle to his mouth then, the referee. Now with Girard on the right-hand side, the Frenchman, who's trying to evade the challenge, but eventually it comes off Tinker. It's going to be a throw-in to Consett here. So, right now it's with Calvin Smith on the right-hand side for this throw-in. Takes the short one, goes back to him. Whelan tries to nip in, but Smith just about avoids him, and now they're trying to get down this right wing again, but the touch is heavy, and it's been given away there by Zach Atkinson, the goal scorer. Throw-in goes back for Jack Tinker to take, who I have been told, when he's less close, can actually hear me. So go on, Jack, do a good throw. So, he's right in front of me. Here he goes, sends it really long down, as far as he can, pulling to Jordan Lemon down there, but the throw-in goes out for a throw-in to Consett immediately, so it didn't really work out for the Steels here. So on the right-hand side now, which is going to be taken by Calvin Smith, who's taken a few steps forward. He's getting a bit annoyed because he's not got his options on. He's got no options, and he does take a shot to Girard eventually, but he's immediately robbed of the ball. Whelan gets it away. Took 3 men, though. Curtis Turner's going to try and send it long, looking for Thomas Pool's long run. And it's Coombe who's going to read that, head it away outside the box. Unfortunately, no one was overlapping to do it, and now he's going to get it onto the left-hand side for Hallwood now, who gets it back into the centre of defence. Say Consett very happy to pass it among their defence here. Now into their central midfield. Now back with Coombe. So one of the interesting things, obviously, here it's one of our visits to a AstroTurf pitch today. We have a few in the league. Actually, there's a long ball here looking for Zach Atkinson, and Zach Atkinson may have got this one. He has got it on the left wing here. He's been forced into the corner flag. He's got his reinforcements now as well as he passes it backwards here, but that pass forward got blocked from the man he get it to. He's back on that left-hand side now, trying to find that on the left wing here for Consett. They've got an opportunity here. It's very slow-paced to Consett's attacks, I'm noting. They're just trying to probe and find the gap, wait for the lapse in concentration from the Steel's defence as it goes back into the defence for Purewell. Well, now back to Capewell now, and again he's gone out back into their own half here. Consett, so they do take their time with their build-up. This team, but that's where it goes wrong because Langton's penalised on it, and there could be a counter-attack here as they try and find McCaskill, but the pass has been put too close to the defender. I'm back with Roscoe now. So, I'm saying this is one of our few trips to an AstroTurf field. We'll be seeing another when we go to Stockton, as Langton's just cut out a pass there, and he's going to go back into terms, but Consett reading. Consett might build this into an attack of their own. Oglesby's trying to read this, and he does, and he is able to clear it out. Gone back to Tinker now, who's going to clear it out. Pool's going to try and chase it down now, and it's going to bounce out of play. It's not. Consett have actually kept it in. Well done there for them, and it's going to be flicked onto that left-hand side for Hallwood to press forward. It's a great ball forward to Zach Atkinson, but the linesman's flag is up. I was banging on the line with it, but I didn't see the initial pass. The Consett fans with me are not happy about it. I'm going to say it was a fantastic decision by the linesman, and but it is not whatever it means. It is an offside, and back now for Davison Hale to take it. So it is 38 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-1 as we get closer and closer to half-time. Sends it long here, but headed away, Stockbridge trying to get it on the right-hand side, but Consett get the ball back. Consett must have had over 60% possession in this match, but it is what you do with it that matters, and both teams have an equal amount of goals, which is the stat it's counted on. And that is a great ball to Consett on the left-hand side, trying to burst into the box. Though Baker's managed to get a touch onto it, and that's built up a bit. It's onto the left-hand side. Here comes a cut from Consett. It's been missed here. Atkinson collects the ball, but it's well in here from Whelan, who has sent it out of the ground, which is exactly what he needed. And Consett there could have easily, had they got the control and the touch, been able to actually get the lead again, but they can't there. As Tinker misreads that throw in here, battling with Girard now, but Tinker gets it back. He's going to clear it forward, and Calvin Smith ends up heading out of play for a Steel's throw. And that's exactly what Tinker would have wanted, now to be put in a bit of a tricky position there. So here comes Tinker with The throw-in looking long here for McCaskill. His touch only goes back to Gerard though. McCaskill trying to get in there. I think he foul there was given away there by Langton. Definitely was one. Langton. And it's about 5 yards inside the half for Consett. And unlike a lot of non-league sides, they aren't preparing to put the ball into the box, which is an interesting challenge. A goal in the other Northern Premier League East match. Worksop Town have equalised against Shildon through Vaughan Redford. Here comes the short pass. Here it goes to Powell. He's going to send it long. He's looking for that left-hand side, but it is a bit too heavy and long for the man it was looking for, and it's going to go out for a throw-in here. So it's back with Baker now for the throw-in. So it's 40 minutes here as a long ball goes forward. And it's going to be a bit of head tennis, but Stocksbridge have given a foul away for a push in the back there, which I've not seen done that often this time in this season, because, well, we saw a lot happen on Luke Rawson and never get penalised. And this actually is a very dangerous free kick Steels are giving away, because it's not very far away from the left-hand side of that box. It's a perfect one to try and do one of those cross-come shots that outfox Stocksbridge at Grimsby Borough. Came with Farah scoring a great goal there. Yeah. Here it comes, the ball coming in, and it's going to be headed away by the Steels, and it's going to be Bailey Baker who's going to try and get the counter. Elliot Murray. Murray going to try and slip Ifya Faber through. Ifya Faber on the left-hand side, going to get it, but I think it was a tackle's gone in and stopped Ifya Faber from advancing any further. Still with Stocksbridge in the blind spot. Ball going in, it misses the Steels players though. Steels going to be the first onto it on the right-hand side though, but they're going to have to get it into a better position than it is now. Trying to get it through, it's with Langton now. Gets it onto the right-hand side. Ball going in, and the volley from the man who I don't want to, I think it may have been Thomas Poole there, is higher than it would have been for 2 goals, never mind the one. But Stocksbridge do look dangerous on the counter-attack. Elliot Murray there with a great one there for not what you'd expect from a centre-back. So back with Coombe for this goal kick, wherever the ball has gone. Going along looking for the right wing here, but it's going to fall short because Tinker's going to head that out to play. It's going to be a throw inside the Consett half. As I think the Consett player is getting told, get back, as he tried to take a few steps forward. Referee definitely shouting his orders out. You're definitely trying to keep a firm grip of this game. Just wait for it. He's in the blind spot, so I don't know when this is actually going to get taken, but going to take it short here. It's with Consett still, but their pass forward is immediately blocked, and it's going to go back to where the refreshment stand is. And it's going to go back, but most importantly, it is another throw-in for Consett. As they're going to send the ball forward, it's going to be blocked and sent to the opposite side of the field for Consett as they look to spread the play around. It is back with Horwood now on the left-hand side. He's going to try and cross the ball again, and it's going to get to its man, to Cyril Gerard, and he's going to be tackled, and it's not to Gerard, it's to Jake RL, but he's been fouled, and it's going to be a free kick, basically in the middle of the pit. Yeah, he's going to take it quick here, looking for Cyril Gerard. Tinker was first on it, and he's going to block off Gerard's run and allow it to go out for a goal kick. It was a good idea from Consett. We did see in pre-season Stocksbridge get caught out a few times by those sorts of set pieces, but they're much more aware of them now. That's why you want those things to happen in set pre-season rather than the proper season. So it's back with Harrison Davison Hale now. 43 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-1 between the two sides. Goals from Zach Atkinson for Consett and Ifya Fabu for Stocksbridge Park Steels, and it is with Turner now, who slips as he tries to send the ball forward, and that has been blocked by Horwood. McCaskill trying to get the better of him. Langton going in with a tackle and eventually does fall here for Whelan, and now it's on the left hand side. But McCaskill tried to get forward, but he just couldn't, and it's been blocked off, and Consett trying to build their attack on this right hand side now. Gone out of play, and it's going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in. So back with Tinker now for the throwing. we'll see if any drama will happen at the end of this half, as they sent it long here, Stocksbridge, but it's just going to get headed back to Coombe there, and just seeing those long balls being dealt with fairly comfortably by this Consett defence at the moment. And as they send one long themselves, Consett, but Tinker's the first onto it, and then Whelan hooks it forward, and before Consett head it back again, and it's going to be Stocksbridge have given a foul away there. And I think Stocksbridge are giving away some like these very minor fouls for pushes at the moment, and Consett have got the game back underway. Currently in their defence now. They're going to look for this crossfield ball, as we've seen a few times. Tinker's read it, headed it back here now to the number 10 here for Caskill, who's got it back now here for Murray. Murray here is going to send it forward, and it's almost gone right through the entire defence, but Consett get it at the very last, or else Stocksbridge would have got in, and they're trying to get through now, and it is with Consett in the midfield. You've got plenty of space at the moment. Jake Carell, and he is going to try the crossfield ball, but Bailey Baker's ready to head it out if Fabu can't get to it before it goes out. So it's going to be a throw-in to Consett. We have hit the 45th minute here, so should we get in half-time any minute now?
It's just big enough for the two of them.
And it's just going to be on that left-hand side. Consett taking the time in this throw-in now. Out. Currently on the left side, ball is going to go in. It's looking for Gerard here, who's looking to turn his man, and he's been forced out to the left hand side. It's a lovely ball to the left side. Here comes the cross in. It's dangerous looking, well cut out by Tinker, but it's gone to the edge area. Here comes a powerful shot, well saved, Davison Hale. It's gone out for a corner kick to Consett. It was a great shot from Declan Bissett here, who sent a very powerful shot there, but Davison Hale has read it really well. Dive into his right hand side, palm that out, but Consett will end the half here with a corner kick. So it's a good opportunity for Consett now. Steels will have to be tough to defend from this corner. They've left McCaskill up as a potential counter-attacking opportunity. Sophia Fay was out of the box. Here comes the ball, it's dangerous. Davison Hale punches it away, but Stocksbridge, well, it's going to be half-time here. So it's half-time here at Consett. It's 1-1 between the two sides. Consett took the lead. Even though Zach Atkinson's touch inside the box wasn't a great one, he was given enough time and space to duly tuck it into the bottom corner. But then in the 20 minutes after, Ifya Fabu latched onto a long ball, pushed away his defender, and then finished to equalise and making it 1-1. It's an equal side, equal team at the moment. Both sides have a definite good chance of going on to win this in the second half. So you best join me in 15 minutes to find out what will happen next. We'll see you then. Hello and welcome back here to the match between Consett AFC and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I am your commentator Adam Allcroft here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. The players are out and ready for the second half. It is currently 1-1 in this game as chaos happens around me. Jesus, people are not very handy around here. Anyway, so it's currently 1-1 at the moment. The first goal went Consett's way. Zach Atkinson scoring for the home side before we had an equaliser about 20 minutes later from Ifeafebu. Just great strength and speed from him before finishing it off. And I've just seen Jordan Lyman climb over a fence with a groin injury, because that's how you risk making it worse, you absolute idiot. Anyway, so Stocksbridge are ready on the kick-off here. It's Thomas Poole on the ball. We are almost ready for the restart, as we hopefully the Steels will be able to complete a comeback and get the win tonight up here in the northeast. It was a tough task going on, and here we go. Stocksbridge Park Steels have kicked off wearing the yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from left to right, as if Ifeafebu was immediately pushing pressure on his full-back, and Consett do clear it away. And Consett are in the all-white kit, kicking from right to left. Langton here has just chipped the ball forward for Thomas Poole. Poole takes a good touch onto his right-hand side, looking to beat his man. He has to keep it in now, Poole, and unfortunately it's just bounced a bit awkward for him, and that's why Consett's going to be able to carry this away. But they've only got it back to Bailey Baker here. Baker now is going to try and find a way, and he's been pressured, and he's got the pass through to Langton now. Langton's looking for Baker on the overlap. Baker's touch not the best, and he's going to be covered here and passed back to Coob, and almost going into the back of Steele's player. It has now! It's an early goal! It's Lee Whelan! Nightmarish defending from Consett. It was Halloween last night, but the real horror show in Consett's just happened right there and then for their defence. Passing it right to Lee Whelan, who has easily took the chance, and it's 2-1 to the Steels. 2-1 Steels. You couldn't have asked for a better start for Stocksbridge Park Steels. Fantastic. It's nice to see another team make that mistake rather than us make that mistake, to be honest. And Ross Coombe, who has been really solid in this game so far, will be cursing himself tonight, but there's still a long way to go in this one. Right, as Consett are immediately on the attack, they're in the blind spot at the moment. Just having to peer around to try and see if I can see what's going off. He's currently on the edge of the box, so a tackle has gone in, but it is still with Consett on the right-hand side now. Now they're trying to cut inside. Here comes the ball in. It's going through to the 6-yard box here. The Consett have the opportunity. Fantastic challenge. Appeals from the Consett players, but not sure what for. But it's a crucial tackle that stops Consett immediately getting back level. So Consett still building. Stocksbridge have been quite weak after scoring goals. It has been a problem that Ian Richards is trying to work on. Here comes the ball. Davison Hell has claimed that well in the air. Back here with the goal. So Stocksbridge's away form last season was very, very poor. Stocksbridge only 2 away wins last year. They were at Pontefract Collieries and at Hebburn Town. This year there's already been 1 win on the road for the Steels in the opening day at Dunstan, and maybe it's the coaches that might be the secret, with the Steels currently leading 2-1. It's currently with Horwood on this left-hand side. Ross, what happened was that Consett's passing amongst the defence was caught out, and the passing amongst the defence is caught out now because Lee Whelan's just tried the ball here to McCaskill on the left-hand side. McCaskill controlling. He's got a few options. Poole and Whelan in the box now. McCaskill cuts inside. McCaskill takes a shot. It's deflected, and Ifeafebu was waiting, but been cleared. So yes, Ross, what happened was that Consett, after managing to block the ball away, and the ball's been getting Stocksbridge away, despite the Consett fans wanting it. In the end, they passed it back to the goalkeeper after some pressure from the Steels, and Coombs' pass out went straight to Lee Whelan, and he finished it off to score his first goal in a Stocksbridge shirt since moving from Matlock Town. And now it's a free kick for Thomas Poole to take. about 10 yards away from the halfway line on half in the Consett half, and these are the sort of free kicks Thomas Poole has loved to put in, and what usually Elliot Murray has liked to head in. Here comes Poole's ball in, it's looking at the far post, it's just a bow for everyone, and going to bounce out for the goal kick here. So it's 48 minutes gone in this game so far, and it's 2-1 to Stocksbridge Park Steels, and there is now a big opportunity for the Steels to try and take. It's just a matter of either going on to extend the lead or trying to hold on for 45 minutes against a side that has scored quite a few goals this season. Jake Orrell and Zach Atkinson are the danger men for the goals to watch out for. And I can feel the Consett are very happy passing the defence, and they are continuing with that, just worth mentioning, despite the fact it got them into quite a bit of trouble and led to the goal, and it could almost got them into some trouble there, but they've just escaped it as being built away there through Capewell. And they're on the left-hand side in that blind spot. I can see some tackles were trying to go in, and I think a foul's been given, but it's been given Consett's way. And something's going off there behind what I can't see. I think Bailey Baker was involved in it. Not sure what's going on at the moment. So it's in my blind spot, I'm afraid.
Bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, so it's a goal in the other Northern Premier League East match. Worksop Town have taken the lead against Shildon, which is a bit more expected. Headed away there by Stocksbridge Park Steels, and McCaskill tries to get it caught under his feet a bit, but still with the Steels, and they're trying to slip it through here. And here comes Curtis Turner trying to drive through. Trying to find Ifeabu, he's well offside. Ifeabu, he puts it in the back of the net in the end, but Ifeabu was about 5 yards offside there. So it's been unfortunate. This is while Ifeabu has been fantastic this season since signing for the club, he has actually struggled, and actually Consett immediately getting down the right hand side. Consett are now seemingly having a lot more attacks since going behind, and it's in the mid. It's currently in their midfield as they try and build and wait for that Steele's mistake in the back. Cuts inside, good spinning turn. It was a clumsy challenge there from Curtis Turner, and he's given the free kick away about 30 yards outside a goal. And Consett will have an opportunity from this free kick. So, Stocksbridge, this is, another problem for the Steelers this season is giving away, sometimes just giving too many silly fouls around this sort of position, and they have been punished. Stockton Town were the one that really punished us from this. I remember they're scoring in the last minute from a free kick, and now it's an opportunity for another North East side to cause a problem. They're taking it short, goes to the left-hand side. They're trying to play it round the Steel's defence on that left-hand side. Ball goes in, but headed away by Tinker. Goes out into midfield. McCaskill goes in, and he gets the tackle. It's cheered. And Ifeabu is going to chase it down the right-hand side, but he does get the ball after the initial block away from Consett. Poole is going to try and send it through to Turner. And Turner there, if he had realised he was going to make a mistake there, Capewell may have been able to nip in. Turner's actually moved more into centre forward at the moment, as they're currently passing in defence anymore, but it's Lee Whelan who has got the bit between his teeth since that goal, and he is trying to press them all the way. It's currently Consett trying to build on the right hand side. It's a lovely ball, but being well cleared away there by Oglesby. It's going to be a throw-in to Consett. 52 minutes gone in this game so far, and it's 2-1 to Stocksbridge Park Steels at the moment. Ball goes into the midfield as Consett allowed him plenty of space there. It's going to continue coming forward, evading the challenge there. It's gone onto that right-hand side now. Now Consett being allowed to build. It's a great pass into the middle there, but being blocked on that line, trying to beat his man there. Gets it back, and Stocksbridge do clear away. It's going to be a throw into Consett on the right-hand side. I do apologise, I'm not naming any of the Consett players. I cannot see who they are with the silver numbers in that distance. It's a bit of a challenge, almost as bad as those Sheffield Wednesday kits a couple of years ago where it was almost blue on blue. Oh. Anyways, it's the right hand side. I'm going to assume that's Calvin Smith because it is a right back position. Goes here, it's in the midfield, going to, I think Lewis Green's picked it up there as it goes now to Cadwell, and almost had the ball nicked off him by Thomas Poole, but they continue to build forward, and then the poor pass from Consett has given the ball right back to Stocksbridge Park Steels here. So, with the right hand side, it's going to be one fear for Bailey Baker to take. Here comes a throw-in down the line. Headed out, straight out to play though by Evan Horwood. Going to take the short throw here to Turner, struggle to control it there. It's going to go to the byline before it goes back to Baker, who sent it long. McCaskill's going to chase it. Coombs is going to come claim it. Coombs this time is able to deal with it. And I think that's the first time he's had his hands on the ball since that mistake led to the Stocksbridge goal. I think Stocksbridge will need to try and keep hold of possession for a bit longer, just to try and just keep the fitness up at the defence, because Consett are going to constantly keep throwing it forward to try and get their equaliser, though they've read that well before sending it long, but they're getting it right back to Consett here. And this is the problem, because if Consett are allowed to just keep coming forward, you will imagine they can get the equaliser. If Faber's just chasing one down the right hand side, and if he is going to get it, and if he has got it and he's got plenty of space, he's going to try and get to the byline, 2 men round him. If he's going to try and get the ball in, he's knocked it off his man and earned the throw in on this right hand side. Smart place from Faber there. Been a very good player today so far. If he throws it out to Turner, back to Baker, who puts the ball in. He's looking, trying to be hooked down by McCaskill there with his back to goal, but he can't. Consett are able to equalise. Langton's going to go for the header here, but Consett trying to get them in, and Langton is able to nip in there. Now goes here to Whelan, who's on to the left hand side, and Tinker trying to get the overlap going, but he can only knock it out of play. It goes back to Consett for the throw-in now. So back into the defence, and you can just feel a bit of tension with Consett's passing in defence, because it's caused them a few problems. It led to the goal that put Stocksbridge in the lead, and now he's back with Coombs now. It's the first time he's had it at his feet since that mistake, and he has passed it to his man, and now he's going to press this time, and he sends it long, Coombs. And it's going to just go back to Murray, who almost gets the ball nicked from him, but gets it to Faber, who's forced backwards, and under pressure he's lost the ball, but he's got it back to Faber. And then pass it back to Langton, who is going to try and send it down the right hand side, but there's no one here for it. And eventually he's kept it in, and Thomas Poole's going to put a bit of pressure on before it goes to Capewell, the big lad in the middle of this Consett defence, and now puts it through here to Green, who now gets it to the right hand side as Consett now are in the Steel's half, and they've get it down this right wing, and Tinker's nipped in with a tackle, and Tinker's actually kept it in play as well. Tinker's going to kick the ball forward, gets it to McCaskill, looking to turn, trying to find Tinker, but he escapes, it caught under his feet, goes out to play. Consett get the ball back with the throw-in. Consett now will bail forward as they look to carry the ball forward, trying to get to that left-hand side. They do, and it's in my blind spot as I try and see what the hell's going on around the fans, and it's going to be in the midfield. Consett now pass it into the central midfield. He's looking for the shot. He was thinking about it, but thought better. Forced backwards now, trying to find the pass forward. It's now going to go. It's still in centre midfield, and he's going to try and cross the ball right to the right-hand side, and he does get it there, but the tackle's gone in. That's forced him backwards, but Consett keep the ball. They're forced backwards, though. Into their central midfield now. Gets it to the centre now. He's going to take the touch, and I think he had the time for the shot there, but he didn't take it. Gone into the left-hand blind spot. Nothing here. Locks the Stocks players back. It's going to go nearby, and it's going to go out, and it's a corner kick here over in that blind spot. Not sure what happened there at all. So Consett sending quite a few men forward for this corner kick as they look to get back into this one. After leading 1-0, they are now down 2-1 in this game. So here it comes, a long ball into the box. Davison Hale misses his punch there, but it's the Steels are able to get the clearance on, and well, you could feel Davison Hale's heart drop from over here when he missed that punch. Got it on the, and now Consett do have it on their right hand side again, so and it's going to go back into the defence with McCaskill pressing. McCaskill going to press, the pass is a bit short, but McCombs just about gets it away. McCaskill there almost making more of advantage of defensive mistakes, but Girard's got it on the left hand side, and it's on the side, it's cut inside, trying to pass it to the left hand. It's in the box now, I think. It's going to cross the box on the right hand side, takes the touch, Stocksbridge looks to get it in, and it's over the bar. It's going to be a corner kick for Consett. Must have took a touch off a Steel defender, and a massive opportunity for Consett there. So it's going to be another corner for Consett. A lot of pressure from the home side at the moment. We'll see if Ian Richards might think of some changes to try and resist some of this pressure and try and see if there's anything that can try and keep Stocksbridge a bit more on the ball and stop them from just having attack after attack, because they weren't too far off it on that occasion. Here comes the ball, looking for that far post, but beyond everyone. One of the Consett men has headed up into the air. Stocksbridge get the second header away, and it's back on their left-hand side, who are going to send it long. And if Faber is looking to be the man on it, and if Faber has beaten his man, he's going to be forced to the left-hand side. Looking to try, being forced backwards now. He trying to get the turn and trying to get down to the byline now. He's a clever player. He's a good. He's trying to get the between line, going to get to byline, putting the cross in, but no one's there to get it. Headed back out, and Consett get the second clearance on, but being blocked there by Turner before the next clearance goes out. But only back to Langton now. Langton's going to take the effort, and he was trying spectacular. I was being told here by one of the Staveley fans who's come to follow us, who followed his former club, he scored some spectacular goals on AstroTurf back for Staveley, who also play on a 3G pitch, and he was trying to hit it there again. Okay. In the end, though, Ross Coombs was able to comfortably collect that one. Go on. In a local fixture, Sheffield United have taken the lead against Bristol City through Ilman Ndai. You can hear some boos there. I like that. As Consett get on the right-hand side, Tinker's covering it there. And actually, Tinker's tried to knock it out of play, but Consett have collected it. And Consett have the chance with this cross in. Look at the near points. He's knocked header goes over the bar. And well, it was almost F Consett, and Stocksbridge do need to, well, who sends it long, so do apologise for that little outage we just had there. Not obviously, sometimes we can have signal problems, it's just the way it goes sometimes, as Consett just won the ball back in midfield despite appeals for a free kick from Stocksbridge, not given, probably the right decision. In as Consett trying to break down this right hand side, but Tinker's covered it well, and Tinker earns the foul off the man as well. We have just hit the hour mark here. So, and we are going to get our first substitute of the game. Looks like it's going to be from Consett, as it's going to be Zach Atkinson coming off, which is a bit of a surprise considering. And it's Adam Mitchell coming on. That is a. That is a surprise because Zach Atkinson has played well, not had much service in this game, but has obviously got the goal. And Steele's almost nipped in there, but a Fabu volleyed over, and it was offside anyway. But Consett's defence fell in asleep for a second.
Number 15, Adam Mitchell, has replaced number 9, Zach Atkinson.
So Adam Mitchell, the midfielder, who is coming on for his 12th appearance of the season, as Consett passing defence again, and Langton closing him down, and it almost bounces in. And Consett's passing back in defence is causing them a lot of problems, and Langton almost got himself a goal because of it. He's back with Tinker now, but it's bounced out of play for a Stocksbridge. Yes, so Adam Mitchell, who was a schoolboy in a local area, played for Sunderland, and came to Consett in the summer, has scored 1 goal a season. They'll be hoping for his second to get Consett back into this game. But he'd had plenty of experience at higher levels, including at Darlington. As he just sent one forward, Consett, but it's been got by Algs. He got caught on his feet a bit before he sent it through, and it's gone into the midfield, who's going to try and get it crossed through with Fabu, who just can't get his foot to control it, and they pass it back to Coombs here, and Poole almost close it down. And I do feel like some of Consett's defenders are not giving Coombs a favour there, because some of these are like hospital passes for the goalkeeper.
20 odd years ago.
Turner here, he's got the ball, he's going to beat it, gets to a Fabu, but it's been tackled off him. Giroud will get it, and the ball's there's 2 balls on the pitch right now, and the game's going to have to be stop play here for that. Don't know where that came from. Almost a bit like pinball when you had a multi-ball session there. Wondered if we were playing some mad FIFA rules then, that you sometimes get on the video games. It's going to be a drop ball, which is Bissett will get, and pass it back to his defence, and it's not going to be immediately closed down because they smell blood, and McCaskill almost tackles Capewell then. And the Steele's attackers are smelling blood now anytime the defenders have the ball, as they've won it high up here. McCaskill look for the overlap, but it's a bit too heavy there, and it's going to go out for the goal kick. It's the 63rd minute now, and it is 2-1 to Stocksbridge Park Steels. And you do have, and I would imagine Consett may be forced to go long. It may not be their ideal way of playing, but anytime they seem to have the ball in defence, Stocksbridge are able to close them down and cause a problem for them. Great for us, obviously, as the Stocksbridge commentary, but a problem for Consett in this game, as Cape will pass it onto the left-hand side here, and he's going to send it long, and that's more like it. Looks like he was in an offside position there, and he is in an offside position.
I work. So you saw the
So as one of the Consett fans is heading off, and
Funeral march here.
I would advise the Consett fan leaving that if you've got us on the YouTube, you can listen to us all the way home,
Up the Grafters Day.
because we will always take an advantage to have a plug. Look, sending it long here, but headed away, and Consett do clear away, but only back to, well, it's to the forward who heads it on, but that's going to go back to Oglesby, who's taking his time to get onto it, going to allow the defender to come forward before he sends that long, and it's going to be one to chase on the left-hand side for McCaskill, and McCaskill's going to fight to keep it in. He does get a touch on it, which leads it to being a throw-in rather than a goal kick for Consett, which is, will keep it up in that end for a bit further, and that may be the end of McCaskill's game. I was informed at half-time he was struggling with an injury picked up in the first half. He's been struggling with a few injuries over the last few weeks. He's getting back up, and a Consett players have just gone up there, and I think they must be thinking McCaskill's time wasting, but referee has gone in there to clear him out, trying to keep control of the game before it gets any worse. Consett's frustrations coming to the boil a bit there. McCaskill is now back to his feet though, thankfully. So it's on the right hand side here. Here comes the throwing down the line, but can be caught in the middle before it goes to Langton, who tried to get past his man, but he's been blocked. Still with Stocksbridge though, with Turner, who's going to try and send it down the left wing, but sometimes this is the problem with Stocksbridge. They have these good ideas. That was a good idea for Turner, but no one was really aware that was the idea Turner had. It's when obviously you see the just basically 2 to 3 hours of training a week rather than the 8 hours of training that a day, that, well, 5 hours of training a day that the professional side to do. If you're Faber trying to control it here on the right wing, and he has got it under his feet very well. He's got being controlled, but Consett do get it, and they're going to build down the left hand side, and Consett are going to get the throw-in as well. Throw going to go down that left hand side. It's not out of play. It's going to go in that blind spot here, as it's. I cannot see anything down there. I can't even really see where the goal is at the moment, and ball's somewhere on the left hand side. I think it may be a corner kick looking at the way everyone's organising. I genuinely cannot see a thing. It is a corner kick, just looking at the way people are positioned. Either that or it's the slowest build up to an attack ever. Here comes the corner, looking for the far post, headed, cleared off the line! And then blocked cleared away by Stocksbridge, and well, the Steels sometimes living a bit luckily there, they were this time, and it was cleared off the line by the Steels. It's still with Consett. They put another ball into the box, flicked on. Steels get a touch onto it. They're trying to stop it going out for the corner. He does there, and he's going to send this one long to get it properly away. It's a throw-in near that opposite stand here at Consett. Okay, so Consett will get the ball back here. It is 66 minutes in this game. It is all Consett at the moment, though Steels look dangerous when they do have the area attacks, though they have been rare in this second half. Back with Horwood now, who's going to get it's a really good crossfield ball by Horwood, but he just can't control it, and it's going to give the ball back to Stocksbridge here. And it's here on this left-hand side that Tinker's going to have the throw in. I think Tinker's going to try and take his time to throw in before he sends it in, but he's giving it right back to Consett there, and they're going to get back to their defence. Now for Horwood here on this left-hand side. Going to carry it forward a bit if your Faber tries to close him, but a bit too late, and he does get his pass forward to Orrell, and now it's on that left-hand side blind spot where we've seen a few Consett attacks go forward, and it's always out of play for a throw-in to the home side here. So it goes on the right-hand side, goes back here to Horwood, and now with Green, who passes it back to their defence. McCaskill's going to close down. He doesn't have as much luck as he did before, though. He's got now with Smith on the right-hand side. Now back with Green as they look to build this quite slowly but effectively. And he has gone out left-hand side, and it's where we've seen a lot of attacks go on the left wing for Consett in this game. And everyone's pegged back in defence for the Steels as they look to in the midfield. Going to take the shot. It's fizzed and it's wide. I think there was a foul there, I think from what I can pick up, and the advantage was played, but in the end the shot drilled wide by Consett. So the Steels need to get a bit more better hold of this game, or get a third, because Consett are threatening it, and I can see them getting a second before the end of this one. So it's 68 minutes gone in this game so far as the Steels look on to hold on to this 2-1 lead. As they're sending it long. Harrison Davies now to the left wing, but it's gone over everyone's heads. Appeals for a foul on McCaskill, but not going to be given. But there will be a stoppage for the injury. That's what the fans think of McCaskill's injury. I was told at half-time that he was carrying a knock from the first half, and obviously he's trying to battle on.
No, doesn't matter with him.
There is Keenan Mackenzie Gray on the bench, potentially, should McCaskill have to go off. This is the famous North East sympathy he's getting right now from some of the fans here, as it just goes back here into the defence, and the Stocksbridge defence are amassing and pressing here, and that little turn has just got pulled out of it, and they've just sent it long to the but it's only going to be a throw-in back to Stocksbridge Park Steels. See, our Twitter said that Lewis McCaskill got a knee to the face there, so ball's going long here for Ifeafabu, who heads it on. McCaskill's going to try and chase onto this one. McCaskill here trying to get into the byline. Little back heel to Ifeafabu, not got many options in the box. Eventually takes the cross, it's blocked out for a throw into the Steels here. So Bailey Baker's stepping up to take this throw in, and how important would a goal be now for Stocksbridge? It certainly make nerves a bit easier for the travelling Steel support. Baker gets it through to Poole, he takes the touch, it's a poor touch, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Exactly what we didn't want, because it went very quickly and is now back with Consett. But Stocksbridge are trying to get back in their shape as soon as possible before Coombs takes his goal kick, and he's going to take it short, and he's passing it back, and this could be it, because Poole's in, Poole takes a shot, it's just wide, and Thomas Poole maybe there could have taken the option of Curtis Turner, but in the end the short passing from Consett is causing more problems for them than it's creating opportunities. The idea of the short passing, the reason why teams do it, because I see it get criticised a lot, is that it pulls defences forwards and it allows more space because they're having to close you down more to stop you making the dangerous passes.
But you get it wrong 2 times and they shout, come on, and turns around and tells you F4.
Yeah, that's Evan Horwood there, who is one. The passing defence is almost being caught out again then as we speak about it. It's gone back to the keeper, he's been blocked and it's almost in again! Curtis Turner there with a block, and the short passing for Consett is just not working at the moment. I hope they continue doing it, but he sent it long this time. Murray heads it away, and Turner's looking to be the first one onto it. He does get a touch, but it has gone back with Consett now. See, that worked better for Consett. And they've gone back into the defence, and they're going to get it into the midfield with Orrell, who's trying to get it onto left wing now. Out into this blind spot, which makes me panic because I have no idea what's going off at this point. We're just waiting to see it bounce or the ball go into the air or into midfield. It is in midfield now with Consett as they look to press forward here. Gets it onto the left-hand side again into the blind spot. I don't know what's going off, but I can just see the referee pointing towards the Consett goal, which means it's either a throw-in or a free kick to Stocksbridge. So, it was a throw-in because the throw-in just bounced down. It's going to go inside, and just see I think it's McCaskill gone down there. He is in there. McCaskill's back up, and McCaskill's going to go to the side, getting jeered from the fan. Tries to get Richard Cruz to get to the byline. He can't get it before it goes for the byline. McCaskill getting jeered there. There's a bit of afters there between the Consett defender and McCaskill, and he takes a quick goal kick there. Goes defence in. They've done it quickly enough for the press not to be able to activate it. But Stocksbridge have got the press on here. Poole's got it. Poole in the centre. Poole's going to try and get it to McCaskill on the right hand side. McCaskill can't get control on it. And I think if he does have a problem with him, it's just if the injury, I think it may just be starting to become a bit much for him now. And I wouldn't be shocked to see Keenan Mackenzie Gray head on. They're going to have some fun with Keenan Mackenzie Gray. Hey. Because Antics is his fourth name. As another close down from Consett's long ball forward has just gone out. It's a throw-in to Consett here, and this is where Stocksbridge want it. They want it to go back into the Consett defence, because every time they do, the Steels seem to get some success here. Liam Hughes has just scored for Worksop Town. They're now 3-1 up on Shildon. They're using their game plan well as the ball comes in. It's bouncing in the middle here, and it's going to be well claimed though by Consett, who tackle away, but Langton gets it back now to Ifeafabu, who's trying to turn, takes a shot, but it's blocked, and they're going to chase it down to avoid it going out for the corner kick here. Ifeafabu closing down as Consett take it inside, pass it in their own box again, this time a bit more effectively, but the close down's happening, and Poole almost gets onto it, goes to the left back position, and this time they send it long here. Yeah, it goes now here to Whelan, and this time the foul has been given on Elliot Murray. And they're going to look in to try and take the quick free kick, but a substitution will happen here for, I believe, I'm trying to see which team it evens for at the moment. It looks like it's another Consett one. I think that is the number 7 coming off. So I think we're seeing a substitution here for Stocksbridge as well, but we'll see who comes on in a second because I can't see anyone who comes on because it's all blocked. I think Lewis McCaskill is heading off for Stocksbridge. Obviously that injury is getting a bit much, even though he's certainly getting a reaction. So the people coming on is Kieran Applin, who was one of the leading scorers for Hebburn last season in this league. Though Hebburn didn't have a good time against Stocksbridge at all, lost 5-1 at their place and then 5-2 down at Brackenmore Hebburn. So Applin will want his bit of revenge. And here comes, I believe it's the number 14, which we'll have a look. I think that may well, for Stocksbridge, I'm trying to, the floodlights make it difficult to recognise players sometimes. I think it might be Alex O'Connor who's come on for Lewis McCaskill. Alex O'Connor, just while we're doing closing down, Alex O'Connor got himself a goal by closing down the Dunstan goalkeeper last year. As a goal goes back to the Dunstan defence here. It's in their defence and almost nipped in there, and then this time they have done. And the long range shot is tried, and it's going to be touched wide there. It's an audacious effort there from Lee Whelan, looking for his second of the game. And this time, it is Alex O'Connor who has come on for Lewis McCaskill to confirm. And now it's a corner kick. Stocksbridge's first corner of the game, being very effective from set pieces this season. And they'll be looking to try and nick one here. They got Oglesby has told me he's scoring today, so we'll see if he can. Here comes the corner, looking for that near post, headed away, and it's who's going to be the first onto it. It's Oglesby who will be. Passes it back to Turner. Turner takes the touch. Going to try and slip through to your favour, but the pass is too heavy and it's going to bounce out. Jordan Lemon's not happy with that choice from Curtis Turner. The short pass goes to Green here, back to Coombs. The press hasn't happened by Stocksbridge this time, which is the biggest surprise there because of how much success they've had with it. The long ball goes to Consett. They do keep it in with that header on the sidelines. They're being forced backwards here as the press goes in. Stocksbridge causing a lot of havoc in their midfield at the moment, but they do send the long ball down this right wing, and it's going to just go behind the Consett man and be collected by Tinker, who sends it long, but no one's going to chase that. Coombs is going to come collect it, but he's actually going to go let it out. Did he go out for a throw in there? I think he did actually. So it's actually going to be a goal kick now. So we are 77 minutes into this game, I believe. Oh no, 25. Yeah, I think we are. Oh, so it's going to and Consett have just earned a free kick after that long ball. I think a push on him has just earned him. And here comes another ball onto the pitch, but this time it was a. And Consett here will look to make it. And one of the Consett coaches is going to go chase that ball. It's a sub goalkeeper. So here comes a free kick from Consett. They are going to try the long ball, looking for that far end of the box, headed up into the air, and it's going to be bouncing with Stocksbridge. I think have got it, and they're going to look to get this away now. And they do. It's a long ball that Thomas Poole is going to chase. Coombs is going to get it, and he's going to take it into his arms, much to the relief of the fans, and he's going to send it into long to relieve it even more. But Tinker's gone in and intercepted that long ball. He's going to continue it, but the ball's been knocked past him. Langton's gone to cover in that left back position, by the way. Tinker does need to get back in there, though, as Consett take their time to try and get back into this. They're going to send it down the right wing here. And can Consett keep it in? They do. It's a good ball. They're going to send a big lofted ball. It's going to go to the far end. Kept in, and it's been claimed by Davison Hale. It's in my blind spot. Sorry about that. Well, we are about 33 minutes into this half, I'd say. So about 12 plus added time, which probably might be a bit off. Ball goes long here, going to go into that left back position. Thomas Poole closing down before Consett able to hook it away. Baker's trying to be first on, but well knocked on there by the number 10 by Bishop. And the foul there from the Stocksbridge will give Consett the free kick just inside their own half. So, and the referee, I think, is telling off the Stocksbridge bench. I think too many people are standing up. I don't think that's allowed. So, right, so Harwood there will get it in defence, and he's going to send the long ball forward. Consett are resorting a bit more to long ball tactics as we get closer and closer to the full-time whistle. Ball going to go back in defence here as they try and put the ball. It's a good-looking ball in the middle. Jason Nell's coming out to claim, and he does so. And he goes down to the ground. He's going to take his time. The sort of thing you love to see when it's your team. You absolutely hate it when it's on the opposition. So Desanair will take. Desanair will take along. Takes a long ball here, looking for Fabu, but it's going to drop short. Thomas Poole tries to get it, but it's being headed away back into the Consett midfield. Consett having a bit more of the possession again, but now he's Stocksbridge have it back. Curtis Turner evades a tackle, takes a short pass to Poole. Poole takes a shot, looks for Fabu now. Fabu pass it back to Baker. Some good passing here. Baker's clipping it long, looking for O'Connor. Connor lost the ball though, and it's been headed away by Consett. Back in their defence now, and they're going to forward, but only been taken by Tinker. Tinker's going to take forward, gets it onto the left-hand side. Some good passing here. Going to be cut inside here. Back with Turner now, who's looking to try and get it down the byline himself. Takes the short pass down the left wing here. Back now with Tinker. Tinker's going to try the cross field, looking for the ball in the box. Poole looking, header goes backwards, but it's away from the defence and eventually cleared away. Consett, they're taking the time to clear it. And it's took a bit of an awkward one, and it's coming at me. It's almost hit us. And it's almost hit us again. Normally, the awkward bounces on the AstroTurf, not on the concrete surrounding the AstroTurf. It's a throw-in to Stocksbridge, though, by the way, as Jordan Lemon here, our player who's injured, takes his sweet time giving the ball back. He's a good team player. Fabu's just about kept it in back to Baker. Baker trying to chip it on, looking here for Turner. Turner's going to try and get the ball in. He goes down. Is it a penalty? And he's not giving it, but he will give the corner kick. I don't think it was enough of a push to be the spot kick. There. But it is a corner. I don't think it would be a dive that though. It's a corner that Thomas Poole takes. Second corner for the Steels. An opportunity for them to extend the lead and make the last 10 minutes of this match a bit easier. Here comes a low corner in. It's headed towards goal. Cleared off the line. Going to be another corner kick. It was Mitch Langton with the header. It wasn't a very slow header though, as Worksop Town have extended their lead over Shildon. Liam Hardy scoring there. Thomas Poole will get another chance at the corner. He took two very flat corners with these in-swingers. Will he take another one like it or mix it up for this one? Here comes the corner. It's a fun look at that far post, but headed away by Shildon. Headed back in by Whelan. Looking to turn Oaksby. Takes a shot. Well saved. No one there for the palm out. And it's clear to the right-hand side, and Consett get the long clearance away. And headed on there. Consett look to try and turn this into an attack of their own. They've got it down to their feet. And Consett could get the counter on here, tries to slip it through but being blocked by Elliot Murray and then cleared away by Langton, the man who came very close to a goal just now himself. Going to bounce out, going to be a throw into Consett here. So here we are in the 82nd minute now. Steels are getting close to that full-time whistle, but that means Consett are going to throw more and more at the team to try and get the equaliser. Headed away though by Stocksbridge. Langton's trying to control it and turn his man. He's sending it long here. O'Connor's trying to chase it down. It's going to be passed back to Coombs. That's going to be encouragement though. And his very low ball has just gone here to Turner, who's trying to slip through Thomas Poole. Can Poole finish? The offside flag's up. It won't count. And that one I don't think was offside. I do personally disagree with that one. But here comes Bissett on the ball on the left-hand side. It was quickly taken. I think Consett may have just got away with that one. And it's going to go out to the right-hand side here. I feel like Consett did get away, but it is still 2-1 here. The Steels will have to, can't just be blaming referee decisions, as I think every team can get to every so often. But Here comes Consett though, they're trying to flip it onto that left-hand side here, into that blind spot. Cross comes in for the far post, headed over the bar and out of the ground. Very quick play from Consett, they turned the speed up there, they got the header, but it went over the bar, and Stocksbridge will be braving a sigh of relief at that point. I will say it was a very tidy finish from Thomas Poole, that. Very good. Shame it didn't count. Would have been his third goal of the season. He's been, I think, for a winger who's been currently outscored by Mitch Langton, who's a defensive midfielder and centre-back. He'll be a bit unhappy with that, so goes long here looking for Ifia Febu, but headed right back by Bissett, who's had a good game, I feel, for Consett. Consett getting it in the midfield here, trying to build forward, and Consett may have the opportunity here as it goes onto the right wing here. Consett here trying to cut the ball in, but it's going to be cleared there, and it's going to stay in for long enough. That's a bit of a pain, and it's going to be a throw-in inside their own half, which allows Stocksbridge to push the defence up. They throw it back to Coombs. He's going to get the pressure on him, but he takes a short pass quickly to Capewell here. He takes a short pass, and it's this short pass that's got him done, and the pressure committee's here, and they've just slipped it past Capewell. That's what they want to do, Shildon. That's one of the reasons you do the short passing, because you can take people out of the game like that. It's just when it doesn't work, it goes really badly, which we've seen a few times in this game, and Stocksbridge will be very annoyed for not taking more advantage of it, as it's in our blind spot right now, as more and more people go in the non-standing area.
Tell me about it.
Which actually, I say this, actually, we have someone here in front of me who is in a wheelchair, and Consett are way ahead of a lot of clubs by having a section for them, but it's bad when people stand in the area you're not meant standing when they can't see. It's not great for the accessibility of the game. Ball goes through to Alex O'Connor, who gets bundled into the backing of and gets the free kick. I mean, I'm not going to say Stocksbridge is not great for accessible fans, I will admit that myself, but... And Thomas Poole get a free kick here. I don't think Stocksbridge are sending men forward as they normally do for these sorts of free kicks. So, as I say, that Langton is up there, and Consett have plenty of people back. So it'll be interesting to see what Poole does with this. Here comes Poole, putting the free kick in, looking for the far hand side, but it's way over everyone. And it's just going to go back to goal kick, and you can see Consett really do look to take them quickly. Hey, no, Curtis Turner is there ready to start the press if need be, and that's why he sent it long instead. Going to send it long. Murray's trying to get the head on, but it's been head above him, only to be cleared away by Tinker, who's going to go back to Coombs now, who collects it into his arms. 86 minutes gone now in this game. He's going to try to get it onto that right-hand side here. And it's going to be clashed in the middle, and it's going to bounce a bit of an awkward bounce. It benefited Consett though in the end, and they're going to be forced backwards here. They avoid one challenge. Consett going to try and get the crossfield ball towards that left-hand side where they've had plenty of success. Quick ball into the middle. Desanel punches it away, and it's gone to Stocksbridge on the left-hand side. They're going to knock it off the Consett man, and then they're throwing for themselves in that corner. So Stocksbridge will take their time, as much time as possible from the... So, it is here on the left-hand side. Throwing goes in from Tinker, but it's going to be headed right back into it by Consett. It's not exactly, Consett have got it down to the feet very well. It's gone on this left-hand side for Horwood, who's going to take his time, put the lovely lofted cross in towards that right-hand side, but it's missed everyone, and then Stocksbridge are going to clear it away. It's going to go out for a throw-in close to the corner flag, not corner flag, the halfway line for Consett, as they continue to put the pressure on this Stocksbridge defence. Stocksbridge just need to hold out here. Unfortunately, Stocksbridge are used to late drama, but we don't want any in this game now. We've conceded some late, we've scored some late. 8. And Thomas Poole here has got the ball high up, and he's going to look for Turner on the overlap. Turner, he's got Langton and O'Connor in the middle. Turner's holding it up. Takes a short one to Poole. Poole takes a touch. He's going to take the shot. It's a quick one, but it's always going over that one. And that's where I think Turner's trying to slow the game down a bit, because what Turner's thinking is whatever it does, it's going to, he wants it to waste time. And the reserve goalkeeper of Consett is going on ball boy duty once again. Ball goes long here. Consett have controlled in midfield. Murray trying to stick his foot in, and in the end, Whelan tried to carry away, but the foul's been given on that one, and I think Whelan is going to get the bookie for kicking the ball away, which, in fairness, is probably the right thing. Though I'm sure Whelan's excuse, which is a believable one, was that it wasn't actually a foul and he was continuing play as he thought it was. And Consett have pushed everyone forward here so far.
I'll be there. See you later, Colin. Draw me in. See you later. I'll be up there.
Consett. Here it comes. The ball going in, looking for that right-hand side. Right. It's gone over everyone's heads. Consett looking to try and collect it in the corner flag. They do. Who puts the ball in, it's blocked. It's a corner kick for Consett. They've looked good from these set pieces so far in this game. Hey. Had one cleared off the line about 20 minutes ago. So, here comes the corner, looking to get in the 6-yard box, punched away by Desanel. Ifefu's looking to head it on, and he does. Ifefu trying to carry away, but Consett got it back onto the right-hand side. First time cross in, going across the 6-yard area, it's bouncing. Desanel has claimed it though. Drama. Peel shouts for something, but Desanel has got it, and he's very, very happy about that. We should be in the 88th minute right about now, Liam. Is it 4 minutes at a time?
4 minutes at a time.
So that means we should be in 4 minutes, so it should be starting now. So I'm going to get my little stoppage time clock on. As the ball goes long, Hallwood touched it. If were looking to try and nick in, but Hallwood got enough of a touch onto it and was able to go back to the keeper. The keeper taking a bit longer than I'd have expected with it. He's going to send it long now. It's going to bounce perfectly for the striker up front, but he's knocked away. He's gone back to Turner, who is going to try and get it away, but he's being tackled just as he tried to get the counter-attack going. And it's now in the centre of defence for Consett. On the right-hand side, the closing down from Stocksbridge, trying to stop them get this attack going. Here they have it still. It's just inside the Steel's half. On the right-hand side. Continuing, still in midfield. Still passing amongst the defence, Consett. There isn't much of a rush about Consett to say there's not long in the game, but they're just probing. Here comes the long ball forward. It's flicked on. They try to get the second touch. It's still in the box. They hit it, and it hits the bar, and it's not in. Still out of the bar, and Stocksbridge survived for now. Well, I thought for sure that was going in, and the ball's going out to the far side, and it's going to go back to Coombs here. Poole tries to close down, but he passes to defence. O'Connor's trying to close down, but they do get it right in time. That's where the short passing does work, because it has just took them out of the game for a bit, but they continue to press forward. Here comes another long ball to the box. Desanel juggled it for a bit, and eventually did get it. Again, a bit of panic there. And Desanel will take as much time as he can to do it. Last time I think we had one of these nervous occasions and we were holding on at the end. I was saying about we need to copy the England Women's Euros team after that amazing 20-minute time waster as the ball goes long here. But it's only going to go out to Catewell, who heads it right back in there. Flicked on, but going to be cleared away by Osby. But only back to Coombs. This is a lot of pressure Consett are putting on in the last few moments of this game. Going long here, headed on, and just behind their attacker who's feeling very unfortunate right now. The clearance goes back to the defence, but it might be good for O'Connor this actually, who goes in with a side challenge, and O'Connor's going to carry on. It's a minute and a half to go. I believe we are having a couple of pressures, a couple of problems with our stream going out as well at the worst possible time, as the ball goes long here into the middle, headed on by Consett. Trying to get to the right wing here. It has the beaten of Tinker there, the winger there, but Tinker's back and recovered well and cleared it out. Going to be a throw-in here. So, on the right-hand side, going to go into the defence here. Now, as Consett only have a minute to get an equaliser. Stocksbridge just a minute longer to hold on. Goes back into defence. They're not. Here comes the very, very long ball into the box. It's punched away. It's not away completely. Flicked back into the box. Headed away again by Stocksbridge. Who's the first onto it? It is the Steels. They're looking to carry the ball away. It is with Poole now, who's cut inside. He's going to be clipped as he goes down, and that's a free kick to Stocksbridge with 40 seconds to go. And he's out down as well for a bit. So it is very, very little time now, as we are actually almost at the end of the regulation of the end of the 4 minutes added on, but there might be some bits added on as there usually is for the stoppages like this. Jordan Lemon playing coach here on the sideline, shouting corner to Ifefu. I would agree. He comes along, and he is trying to get If Your Favour in the corner. If Your Favour trying to get to it, but it's just going to go trail out for the goal kick. And the 4-time whistle has gone. Stocksbridge Park Steels have won 2-1 here to claim their second away win of the season. Consett took the lead with a well-taken finish from Zach Atkinson. But then 30 minutes later, If Your Favour used his strength and power to push his man off before finishing well. Then right after the start of the second half, Lee Whelan made the most of a howler in the defence for Consett. Stocksbridge not only win on a Tuesday, they win away. I'd like to thank everyone who has been listening to me today through the various outages we've had. I think we just had one there, so it is full time here. So here, Jordan. I've been Adam Allcroft here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. I'd like to thank Consett for all their hospitality today. Hey, they've been a very entertaining side to watch. I think they try to play football the right way, despite the fact it put them into trouble. But we will look forward to inviting them to Brecon more later in the season. But for today, it is a great win for Stocksbridge that will see them jump up the table into 11th place. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.
Put it in my bag, shall I, this stuff? I don't want to.
No, don't get me phone.
No, I'm moving it so that it